What's up, everybody? This is Ed from mybringback. We've spent the last two of these Python videos taking a look at how to use Python from your system shell. And one of the reasons we were doing that and looking at how to accept arguments is that I can show you how to get Python modules which are not part of that standard Python library. If you recall from previous videos, we learned how to import modules for use, and we learned how to use the syntax surrounding that. But the standard library is by no means the only place you can get material. So we're going to take a look at how to get modules from third parties, install them on your system, and use them in Python today. Let's take a look. Alrighty, so this is somewhere in the mid-20s in terms of number of episodes I've produced in Python here, and I've got a handful of them for R as well. If you've watched some of them, you know that I'm a creature of idiosyncrasies, and one of my idiosyncrasies is that I've got to offer caveats in front of teaching you stuff. So I've got two of those today, and they're relatively important. The first caveat I'd offer with this lesson is that there are easier ways to do this. We're going to do a not quite brute force, but simple, rudimentary, very basic way to obtain and install a third-party module for use in Python. There's a lot of ways to automate this process. So you can use pip, you can use easy install, and we can explore some of those later. I just wanted to show you the basics today, so keep that in mind. Number two is be careful. When we're getting code from a source that's, well, not the official Python repositories, we should always act with circumspection. And I'm not, credible or competent to advise you in matters of computer security or identity protection, but want you to be aware that this thing is a risk. So don't go and get things that you don't know what you're looking at, and be careful when you do. Alrighty, so when I was initially making this video, I tried to install PyQt-Graph using the simple methods I'm about to show you, and I ended up wandering down a rabbit hole of dependencies. I found out that to install this module, I needed to have other modules in place, and this is why the first caveat I gave you really matters. It's easier to use an automated system because the dependencies come automatically. So let's choose something simpler. I think we're going to reserve this guy for a different video here. I ended up using this one recently at work, which is a Python module which will rip the text out of PDFs. Let's take a look. Alrighty, so I'm here at pypi.python.org. That stands for Python Package Index, and I'm looking at a package called PyPDF, which is going to let us rip the text out of a PDF file. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the download URL here and save it into a folder here that I've made in my documents just called Python. I'll go ahead and pull it down, and then I'm going to use 7-zip to extract it. Okay, and don't mean to glaze over the 7-zip bit. That is software that allows you to take compressed files like that tar.gz format this PyPDF module came in, or the library did, and decompress it just into a folder on your system. So if you're used to using WinZip, it's a similar concept, but you're going to need other software to open those tar.gz files. I'll post a link for 7-zip. You can grab it for free. I've extracted it into this Python folder, and I've got this PyPDF folder. Let's take a look at its contents. Alrighty, I've got a subfolder, a couple other files, changelog, package info, and readme. What I really care about here is that setup.py file. All I need to do to install this module is to run Python on that setup.py file and pass it the argument install. So we'll pop open PowerShell. We will change our directory to the location of that setup.py file, which is going to be documents, Python, PyPDF. Let's make sure we have it in there. There it is, setup.py. And if I run Python, setup.py and install, we'll see what happens. Got it. So if I pop open the Python interpreter within the shell here, and I do require PyPDF, nothing happens because that's R syntax. I write too much R and I get used to it. How about we import PyPDF? And nothing happens because I didn't get it right. How about we capitalize appropriately Done. Now we have access to all those PyPDF functions. So we're not going to spend much time using that module today. Just wanted to show you a way to obtain something from a third-party source and install it. On the next video, we are going to go ahead and look at ways to automate this process such that you can download it without having to find it yourself. You can get all the dependencies at once, and you can be a little more hands-off with this tedium in installing packages. So appreciate your patience. Glad you can learn from my mistakes. This is Ed from mybringback. Keep coming back. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Watch these videos. Grow, learn, go, do, and we'll see you next time.